Hello everybody and welcome back to Chef Shelley's Kitchen. Now some of you may have seen from one of my postings that I am growing some herbs in my kitchen and I'm going to tell you I absolutely love this little herb garden. It allows me to grow 6 different herbs and some grow faster than others. And the other thing that they tell you kind of with the instructions is you can't be afraid to prune them. So my herbs, particularly my basil, has been growing like gangbusters. And there's no way, even with all of the cooking that I do, that I can use enough of this basil so that it can continue to grow. So I started looking at some different options. I actually have frozen herbs before. Mint is like perfect for that. Basil you can do it, oregano you can do it, especially if you're going to put it in like spaghetti sauce. But I also started thinking about dry basil because I use a lot of dry basil as well. And I kind of came up with my own little version of some of the techniques that are used. So you can use this if you've got, even let's say you went to the store, sometimes when you buy the herbs, it comes in bunches and then it always goes to waste. I don't know about yours, but mine does as well because you have to buy so much. So here's my suggestion. Dry what you're not using. And then I'm going to show you how to dry it, crumble it, and this whole process takes 2 hours. The reason why it takes so long is that it has to be in the oven for 2 hours because you have it on very low, 170 degrees. So all you do, what I've done here is I've peeled my basil. Can you believe this is a basil leaf? It's unbelievable. But anyway, I've got 2 kinds of basil in here and I've washed it really well. What you want to do then is put it on like a paper towel like so, and then we're going to pat it dry. Okay, that's what we're doing here. We're going to pat it dry. I'm kind of spreading it out, and then we're going to put it on a cookie sheet, and on the cookie sheet I have spread just a little bit of aluminum foil. So again, try to dry this as best as you can because this way it'll take less time to dry actually in the oven. So I'm going to move this aside and pull this over, and all we're going to do, and you want to kind of spread it out, okay? So let me just try to get this so you can see, and then I'll put it up to the camera. You're just going to basically spread this basil out kind of across your cookie sheet on the aluminum foil like so. Just spread it out, and then we're going to put it in the oven, as I said, 2 hours, and you're going to have the oven set at 170, okay? And you're gonna see how awesome this is. Now, some of you might be like, oh my God, who has that much basil? Well, again, if you grow an herb garden, then you would. And let me tell you, herbs are so expensive in the grocery store. So spending a little bit of money to grow your own from seed, I'm gonna tell you, it's well worth it. Even if you're just adding it to recipes, right? Okay, so you can see here, just wipe this little excess water off. Oops, got one extra one. You can see I'm just kind of spread it nicely on the pan. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just put this in the oven on 170 for 2 hours. Put it on the top rack. So if your rack is midway, take it out, put it on the top rack, and then just set your timer for 2 hours, okay? So we're gonna come back, show you how it turns out, show you how you just need to crumble it. You can put it in your container, and you're gonna have some fresh, your own dried basil. And you can do the same thing with oregano. So stay tuned. Okay, everybody, we're back. The basil has been in the oven for 2 hours, 170 degrees. So I wanted to just kind of give you a sense for how it looks like. Some of it you can tell is already brown. Others still have a little tinge of green. What you want to do to kind of test it out to make sure that it is ready is just take one of your greenest ones and then see if it just crumbles, because that's what we're after. So I'm going to just pull all of these together like so, and I'm just going to crumble it. Put it in my hands and crumble it just like this, okay? Just put it in your hands and crumble it. And this is going to look so much like what you normally actually buy in the store, but you would have dried it yourself. So just make sure there are no big pieces left. Just crumble, crumble, crumble. And then what I've done is I had a container that already had some basil, and this is my second cooking of the basil. Again, it's been so amazingly just growing so well. So all you do, I'm going to show you how this looks. I mean, it's very granular, just absolutely beautiful. Okay, so what I did is I'm filling up my little container here, and all you have to do is fold your aluminum foil like so, and pour it into your container. And one of my husband's favorite commercials, the young lady says, voila. So here we go. You've got your own dried basil. I'm just going to put it in here and shake it up with the rest of the ones that I had. And oh my God, how would you know whether or not you bought this from World Market or wherever? Just absolutely wonderful. So you've got your own now dried basil in your container. I like using this one again because it has the two openings, you know, where you can shake it or you can spoon it out. But you just, do you know how much this costs? This is like $6 or $10. So this is awesome, 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 awesome. I hope you found this to be helpful. Again, you can do this not just with basil, you can also do with this oregano. Two of the ones that grow really, really well in your garden, that you can dry, you can freeze. I'm enjoying the drying, and I still have a bunch that I can use fresh. So thank you so much for joining, and stay tuned if you found this to be informative and helpful. Remember, I always say share, share, share. So until we see you again, take care. Bye-bye.